Hi there, welcome back. So today's class is all about people suffering. Hi there, welcome back. So today's class is going to focus on people suffering with spinal stenosis. So generally, spinal stenosis is the narrowing of the spinal canal that affects or happens in the lumbar, usually L4, L5 area. And that narrowing of the spinal canal ends up putting more pressure on the nerves in that area, so it can lead to pain or tingling, loss of feeling in the arms and sometimes the legs. So as far as what we can do to help kind of alleviate some of those symptoms is to move the spine in a number of different directions to help take some of the pressure off of that, those nerves that are being impinged. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. And then with stenosis, you want to avoid extension. Now, there are some studies and some things out there that actually show a standing extension can help sometimes alleviate some of the symptoms of stenosis, but I only recommend doing that or trying that when you are working with maybe a physical therapist or your doctor, so that they can really ensure that you're doing form correctly and things like that, because again, more often than not, a lot of times that extension can create more pain, not help it. So making sure you have someone that's there to assist you and to tell you what you should be doing is really important. So this class, we're going to focus on avoiding extension, and we're going to focus on, again, moving that spine in all sorts of different directions. You are going to need your band and a ball here for this one. And we're actually going to start standing. So go ahead and come up to a standing position. And actually, I guess I'll start facing you. And we're just going to start with a nice breath. So even though we're standing, we're going to still start with our breathing. Okay, and I recommend, again, just place your hands on your rib cage like you normally would. Relax your shoulders, feet hip width apart. Don't lock out those knees. And take a deep inhale, breathing into the front, back, and sides of the ribs, keeping the shoulders relaxed. And exhale, rib cage draws down. And again, deep inhale. And exhale. Again, deep inhale. And exhale. Let's do two more. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, deep inhale. And exhale. Good. Moving on to those pelvic tilts, and I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. So you can place those hands on your hips. Again, knees are soft, feet hip width apart, and we're just going to do a little bit of the pelvic tilting like we would when we're laying on our back, but it's just a little different way to do it. Creates a little different sensation. Perhaps this is when it finally clicks. Maybe standing helps you with that. So again, it comes from scooping out the lower abdominals, not by using the hip flexors, okay? So stand in that nice neutral position. Knees are soft. You've got that little bit natural curve under the lumbar, and exhale, scoop out the belly, find that slight pelvic tilt. Again, it's quite subtle. Inhale back to neutral, and exhale, tilt into that imprint position. Inhale, neutral, exhale, tucking under. Inhale, neutral, and exhale, tucking under. So again, notice how small and slight the movement is, and I can feel my lower abdominals warming up here to help create that pelvic tilt. That's where the work is happening. Good. One more time. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, imprint. And inhale back to neutral. Good. Moving on, we are going to go into thoracic circles. So again, we're trying to mobilize the spine as much as possible. Let's see if I've got space up here. I might have to come down to the floor so you can actually see, because it's all about the upper body. So grab your band, arms overhead. Now, don't tense up the shoulders. Relax the shoulders down the back. Now, you're just going to be moving in the waist, so hips are not moving. They are stuck in quicksand, okay? So we're just able to move from the waist up. That's what I want you to think about. We're moving in the thoracic spine and up. So from here, you're just going to take a little side bend and center and side bend and center. Just nice and easy, relaxing the shoulders here. Inhale and exhale. Watch the position of your head so that you're not overdoing it with that neck. And let's do one more each side. Inhale and exhale. Shoulders relaxed. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to go into these thoracic circles. So we're going to kind of add on. So you take that side bend and then you think about flexing that thoracic spine. So really scooping up and out, and inhale, exhale, back to center, other side. So we inhale, exhale, we find that rounding of the spine. Inhale, side bend, exhale, center. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see a little bit better. So we inhale, bend, exhale, round just from the waist up. Inhale, side bend on the other side, and exhale, up. Again, inhale, exhale as you circle around, flexing that spine. Inhale, side bend, exhale, neutral. Let's do one more time. One more each side. Inhale, exhale, round, scoop that belly out. This is warming up those abdominal muscles. And up, last time, and side bend, and around, side bend, and up. Good. Next, I'm going to come back up here so that I can make my way down and you're still able to see me. We're going to go into some roll down. So feet hip width apart. Knees are soft. So with a proper roll down, it's really a lot of abdominal work. A lot of times people don't really understand how to do a proper roll down. They just kind of go through the motions and they do this. But if you think about, again, scooping up and in to create this nice, beautiful flexion, roundness of the back, you're going to feel a lot of abdominal work, and that's what we're looking for. So as you inhale, think about lengthening the spine even more, trying to decompress, sitting up a little taller. Exhale, slight tuck of the chin, and start to roll down one vertebra at a time, making sure you're not locking out those knees, really pulling up and in. It's like you're coming over an invisible barrel. Take an inhale as those hands reach the bottom, bend your knees as much as you need to, and exhale, slowly begin to stack up one vertebra at a time. Shoulders and then head is the very last thing. Inhale, lengthen that spine, get a little taller. Exhale, slight tuck of the chin and roll down over that invisible barrel. Pull up, 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 up more, up and in. Inhale as those hands reach the floor. Exhale, slowly start to stack that spine back up. Very active abdominals here. Inhale up. And exhale, rolling forward. Inhale as those hands reach the mat, and exhale, slowly stack one vertebra on top of the other. Inhale, think about decompressing the spine, lengthen last time. Exhale, peeling down, slowly and controlled. Hands come all the way to the mat and just hold here and let that head hang heavy. Feel that nice flexion of the spine. Try to maybe push the back a little bit more towards the ceiling to create a little more flexion, scooping out the belly even more. Take an inhale. As you exhale, walk those hands forward into a plank position. So shoulders over wrists. Option here, you can drop down to a kneeling position if you need to, but you're in that nice neutral position. Pay attention to where your head is at, okay? Don't let your chin lead towards the floor, okay? Protect your neck and press out of those shoulders. Pull that tummy in for 8 and 7, 6, 5. Push into those hands even more. Create more space between your chest and the mat for 4 and 3. Pull that belly button in even more. 2 and 1. Good. Go ahead and bring yourself down. You can take a quick little child's pose and round out the spine. And then go ahead and grab your ball, going into our abdominal work. So you're going to place the ball right behind the shoulder blades, okay? Maybe just a little bit lower. You want at least the bottom inch or so of your shoulders on the ball. Hands interlaced and placed just under the base of the head, so right where the base of the head and the neck meet. And you want that head nice and heavy in the hands, so the neck is not doing any work. So just really push your head into your hands to take any pressure off the neck. Now, extend your legs out, press through the heels, draw your toes up towards your face so you feel nice and strong in the legs. Draw the kneecaps up so your quads are engaged. Now, chin is in that slight tuck position so that when we go through the principles, okay, which you should have hopefully done and you're aware of, you do that slight or slight tuck and neutral, slight tuck, neutral. This is that slight tuck position, okay? It's meant to help protect the neck. Now, we're going to keep that invisible orange between our chin and chest. And as we inhale, we're going to come over the ball, but it's the spine, again, that's coming over the ball, not lifting the head. So head stays in the same position. Exhale, slide the ribs down to meet the hips as you crunch up. And inhale, extend back with the spine coming over the ball. Exhale up. So make sure you're actively scooping up and in with those lower abdominals. Again, that transversus abdominis is really important here. Inhale back and exhale up. Inhale. Head is heavy in the hands. Don't let the neck tense up. The purpose of having those hands behind the head is to support the head here so that the neck doesn't have to do the work. Let's do 2 more. Inhale back and exhale up. Inhale back and exhale up. Now we're going to add on. You're going to inhale, come back, and this time as you exhale up, you're going to drag your left heel in. So you're actually dragging it on the mat, creating some resistance. And inhale, drag and extend. Exhale up. Dragging that right heel in, and exhale, drag it back out. So again, we're really scooping up and in with those lower abdominals to create that pelvic stability so that as you drag that heel, you're not noticing this wobbling sensation. Everything should be nice and tight and strong here and controlled. Inhale, find that extension. And exhale, use those abdominals to crunch up. Don't use the neck. Inhale back. Exhale up. Inhale back. And then hold it here. Take another inhale. Exhale, bring that other leg up as well. Take another inhale. Exhale, right or left leg comes up to tabletop. Inhale down. So that upper body's just going to stay where it is. And exhale up. And inhale down. So you're crunching up. You're in that static hold with the upper body. And we're scooping out those lower abdominals to help us get those legs up into that tabletop position. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. For 3. And down. 2. Scoop out those lower abdominals. Don't let your belly pop here. And 1. Hold it up. Take another inhale. Exhale, other leg comes up. This time, we're going into those heel taps, but in a different way. Inhale, tap. Exhale, up. Scoop out that belly. Inhale and exhale. Head is heavy in the hands. Pulling that belly button in towards the spine. For 4, and up. And 3, and up. 2, crunch up a little higher, and 1, hold it here, going into bicycle, opposite shoulder to knee, and switch. Exhale, switch. So it's a little extra twist in that spine. For 5, and 4, 3, 2, scoop out that belly. Don't let that popping happen. And 1, both legs come to tabletop. Hands come down by your hips. Broaden through your collarbone. Begin pumping those arms, bouncing those 2 tennis balls. Breathe in for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2. In. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Continuing here, so that upper body is nice and stable here. You're not wobbling all over the place. You're scooping out those lower abdominals here. 2 more. Hold, crunch up a half inch further, and release those feet and head down. Good. Go ahead and remove the ball. You can take a quick, nice, long-bodied stretch if you'd like. Stretching out the front of the abdominal. So this, when we're doing a stretch, we're allowing that rib cage to pop up. Okay, because we're stretching here, we're not trying to, we're not doing any movement or anything, so it's safe for us to let those ribs pop. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and go into rolling like a ball. So place your hand behind your right knee and then use that to help bring yourself up to a seated position. And you're going to balance on your sit bones, and you're going to bring your legs up into a boat position, okay? And generally hands or legs, they can be kind of wherever's comfortable. You know, if you don't have a lot of flexibility, hands might be behind the thighs. Otherwise, ideally, they're closer to your ankles. So, rolling like a ball, we're trying to find that nice flexion of the spine again. What we're doing is tucking the pelvis under to initiate, I'm going to make sure that my stuff's out of the way, to initiate the movement. Don't fling your head back. So a lot of people like to lift their chin to help start that movement. That's not what we're looking for here. We want the pelvis to tuck under. So when we did those pelvic tilts at the beginning of class, that's essentially what we're doing here. So take an inhale, balancing on those sit bones. Exhale, tailbone under, round to those shoulders, and come up, balance. And tuck the tailbone under, round and rolling back, and up. And round and up. The goal here, try to find that balance. That's all about the control. So you're not just using momentum, again, to fling the body everywhere. You have control over the body. If you have to touch those toes down, maybe between, that's okay. Kind of work your way up for 3, and up, and 2, and up, and last 1, and up, and release those feet down onto the mat. Let's go ahead and move on to our belly. So we're not going to do any extension, like I said, because that's a big no-no, generally with stenosis, but we can still work on some stuff in a prone position, meaning on our belly. So rest your head on your hands, shoulders relaxed, feet hip-width apart. Pull that belly button in towards the spine, so scoop, scoop, scoop. Slight tuck of the pelvis so the pubic bone is gently making contact. Relax the shoulders. Lengthen out those legs. Try to imagine touching the wall behind you so you feel all this energy coming into those toes. Lengthen the legs. Draw the kneecap up towards the heart so your kneecaps actually lift off the floor. From here, you're going to take an inhale. Exhale, lift and hover that right leg. And inhale, lower. Exhale, other side. Now the bony parts of your hips, that landmark, which is known as the ASIS, are staying glued down. So your hips aren't swaying from side to side as you lift and lower. Everything's nice and stable here. You're scooping out that belly. So that scooping up and in helps create that pelvic stability. So again, you're not noticing the shifting of the weight here. Everything's nice and level. For 4 and 3, lengthen more, put more energy into those toes, no bent knees. For 2, last 1, and release down. Good. Go ahead and press yourself up into a tabletop position, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And we're just going to do some cows here to round out the spine. So you're going to exhale, round. And inhale, neutral spine. Don't go into an extension here. Exhale, round the spine, tucking that tailbone under. And inhale to neutral. Don't drop the belly. Again, we want to avoid that extension. Exhale, round. And inhale, neutral. Let's do one more. Exhale, round. And inhale, neutral. Good. We're going to go into donkey kicks, but I'm going to have you come down onto your forearms. Okay, hips are still over those knees, and you're going to bring your right leg up to so that the thigh is close to parallel to the floor. Now press up and out of your shoulders. We're focusing on lower body here, but we still have to stabilize and it still work for that upper body so you're not sinking into the shoulder joints. Okay, protect the shoulder girdle. So point through the toe. From here you should already feel maybe a little squeeze of that glute, and you're going to keep that knee at 90 degrees. You're just moving in the hip joint as you inhale, tap the knee, exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, tap, exhale, squeeze. So the movement is happening from the hip joint here, so don't extend the knee, okay? And you're really squeezing the glutes, so you're avoiding any sort of arching of the back here. Again, we want to avoid that extension, especially in the lumbar. So you have to scoop out the lower belly to prevent, again, this from happening, okay? That tilt of the pelvis into that anterior tilt, which can, again, make stenosis worse. So really scooping up and in, maintaining that neutral position with the pelvis is really important here. and squeeze, lift, and tap. Press out of those shoulders for 5, and lower. For 4, and lower. For 3, glute should be starting to fire up big time. 2, and 1. Hold it here. Little tiny pulses, up, up. So you're at your highest point, 1/2 inch higher. Again, notice I'm not arching my back at all. For 8, and 7, and 6. Scoop out that belly. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Now keep that leg where it is in space, but you're just going to lengthen that leg out. So just extending in the knee and bend in the knee. Try to bring that heel towards your butt. So hamstring work. And extend and bend. And extend and bend. For 5, really put as much energy as you can into those toes. You'll feel it more in the hamstrings. Last 3, it's like your knee is sitting on a countertop, so it can't lower. It's staying in the same place in space. For 2, and 1. Let's bend it back to 90 degrees, and let's finish with a little bit of pulsing here. 8, and 7. Scoop that belly out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release down. Good. Let's do the other side. Press out of those shoulders. Bring that other leg up to tabletop. Don't arch the back. Inhale, tap. Exhale, squeeze, lift. Maintaining that neutral. Pressing out of those shoulders. Think about the neck too. Again, don't let your chin lead towards the floor. If you're feeling any neck discomfort, tuck the chin slightly and think about pushing your head back towards the ceiling. Press out of those shoulders even more. Stabilize that shoulder girdle for 4, and 3, 2. Last one. Hold it up. Little tiny pulses up with control. So at your highest point, little higher for 5, and 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Extend the leg. That knee is sitting on a countertop, and bend the knee. Draw the heel towards the butt and extend and bend. Scoop out that belly here. No movement except for that knee extending and bending for 5, and 4. Press out of those shoulders. Last 2, and 1. Hold that knee at 90. Little pulses to finish. 8, and 7, and 6. Little tiny pulses. Last 4, and 3, 2, and 1. And release. Good work. Bring yourself back up into a tabletop position, stacking shoulders over wrists. Broaden through your collarbone, so shoulders are down away from the ears. And then bring those pinkies close to the width of the mat. We're going to go into our push-ups here. So I'm going to go ahead and stay in a nice tabletop position. But remember, if you've done some of my other classes, you can extend one leg out for a little extra challenge. But I'm going to demo it with both knees down. Press up and out of the shoulders, back of the head towards the ceiling. We're just hinging at the hips as we inhale, keeping a neutral spine to draw that forehead towards the mat, and exhale, press up. Inhale down, and exhale, press up. So pull that belly button in towards the spine. Do not let those shoulders creep up into those ears. Finish strong. Last 5, and up. 4, shoulders down. Feel the back muscles working for 3, and 2. Last 1, hold. And go ahead and round out that spine. You can sit back into a nice little shell stretch. Excellent. And then go ahead and come to a seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, hands down by your sides. And we're going to go into a little bit of a mermaid here. So you're going to inhale, arm up, exhale, find that little side bend. Keeping both sit bones, both bony part of the butt glued down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, other arm up, exhale, side bend, lengthening that spine. And inhale, and exhale. So we're really trying to create that lengthening sensation here, that decompressing of the spine, again, to help hopefully alleviate some of the pressure on the nerves there in the lumbar. Let's do one more each side. Last time. Arms down. And this time take a deep inhale, circle those arms up. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. One more deep inhale, deepest breath you've taken all day. Bring your hands down through heart center. And give yourself a little round of applause. Awesome work. I hope you learned a little bit more about, as far as if you're suffering with from something like stenosis, exercises that you can do to hopefully help combat some of those symptoms. And of course, you're always welcome to take these modifications in any other class that you might be doing with me. Thank you guys so much and take care.